here week after week, calling other people hate preachers, even though he supports Abdullah Faisal. And he is a liar. Everyone, go to YouTube, search
everything.
Abdullah Faisal, Adnan Rashid. Adnan Rashid supported this terrorist recruiter. Abdullah Faisal is a terrorist recruiter. He has been found guilty of inciting murder, and since after finishing his sentence, he has continued to recruit for ISIS. And yet Adnan Rashid was at his sermons and was telling the Muslims in the crowd, we must support the brother. It is very good to receive his knowledge. Everyone can hear, can see whether I'm a liar.
He hasn't even seen the video, no videos, nothing.
Don't trust me.
He's making stuff up,
whether or not the video exists.
Show the video, come on.
Did he ask Adnan about this?
He did, and he refuted it.
What did he say?
No. He denied that he was there. He lied.
What did Adnan say about what? This opinion?
He didn't actually mention these opinions.
No. This opinion.
Right now, he didn't mention.
You mentioned the video. Is there Adnan in that
Waste
video?
man.
Yes,
Waste man.
You can see his face.
Waste man.
You can hear his voice. You can hear his voice, and someone else calls him Hey Adnan. Because you can recognize his voice, and someone else calls him Adnan in the video. So, I hate him. Yes, because he is supporting a terrorist. What do you disagree with this? What do you think of this?
Recognition of voice. And you tell me, you've already formed an opinion on Muslims.
No, if you're
already
a
got a
decent
formed
person,
opinion on
no,
Muslims.
if you're a decent person, you'll find this disgusting like I do. Okay,
Move
good.
on.
But then you should condemn.
Kinder Surprise
you should
open the
condemn
case.
someone who
Oh,
supports them.
it's
Why
a
are you
toy.
protecting Adnan who supported this?
He's not protecting.
Why are you? What you're trying to? He did.
No,
He did because he goes to his sermon. He went to his sermon and he said, "Why are we not supporting the brother?" He told people.
Lies.
Arrested after he was arrested. Yeah, after he was arrested and held in trial. During the trial, Adnan Rashid said, "We must support." I'm not a liar. I'm not a liar.
I'm back.
Because the problem is, I will only talk to this gentleman if we will have a conversation. Yeah. If he shouts at me, I'm not interested in that. I'm here.
You're interested in shouting.
There you go. I'm talking and now he's going to interrupt me. I'm talking and he's going to interrupt me.
Fine.
I'm here. And anyone who watches my videos knows my views very clearly. What I think of extremists and terrorists. Extremists like him. He's an extremist.
Hate.
He's a hate preacher.
That's false.
Hate, guys.
That's a lie.
This is my view.
I've never supported Abdullah Faisal.
I'm with hater. My t-shirt would say I'm with hater.
Now you're making an allegation that I supported someone who is now, not in 2003, not in 2003, who is now on trial for recruiting terrorists,
No,
right?
that's false. That's wrong.
Okay, when was
he was in trial in 2003 for inciting murder.
That's
Okay.
not recruiting terrorists. Are you listening
And
to
so
me?
is that okay
Are
that
you
you
listening?
supported
He
him
never
for
said it's okay.
inciting murder?
He never said it's okay.
So why are you
Obviously,
splitting
he never
hairs?
said it's okay.
He was
As I
jailed for
said, I can
inciting
only talk to you
murder.
if we will have a conversation. Are you
Okay,
willing?
well I'm not going to
Can
let you lie.
No.
If you want to run away,
No,
that's
I'm not
fine.
gonna lie.
I'm
No, can we
I'm
move
not.
there? Can we move
No,
there?
my primary objective is to show
Talk
people
lies and
that they
crap
will look at
and
the
make
video
themselves.
themselves.
James.
I know that's not what you want.
Yeah. James.
But people are going to check for themselves
Are
whether
we
I'm a
gonna have a
liar.
conversation?
No dialogue.
You
You don't
don't
want
need to
that. He wants to
listen to
hate.
me. You don't need to
He
listen
wants
to
to
him.
hate.
You can
He
go
wants
onto
to hate.
YouTube and
Are
search
we
Adnan
going to hate?
Rashid,
Are we
Abdullah
going to-
Faisal,
are we going
and
to-
you will see a video
How much
of
is this guy?
Adnan
He wants to
Rashid
just talk.
You don't want to
saying,
talk.
He wants to
support
talk.
You don't want to
Abdullah
talk.
Faisal.
You want to
fine.
you want to come and splurt or
Fine.
spew your
Because
hatred
I'm-
and walk away.
because
You
I'm
don't
on
want
the
to have
side
a
of truth.
conversation.
Because I'm on the side of truth.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Hero.
Okay, let
Yes,
people
I am.
see.
Well done.
Let
Because-
people see. I
Yes,
want you to
yes,
talk.
people can
Hero.
see. People
I
go
want
on
you to
YouTube.
talk.
People go on YouTube and
okay,
look at the evidence.
James,
I have told
I
everyone
want
about
you
the
to talk.
evidence. Go on YouTube, search Abdullah Faisal, Adnan Rashid, and you will be able to see for yourself
I'll
whether
protect
or
you,
not
James.
Adnan Rashid
I'll protect you from
told
Adnan.
people
No,
to
don't.
support Abdullah
I'll
Faisal.
protect him. I'll protect him.
James,
Don't.
are you here to make a statement? Or are you here to discuss or to find out
Okay.
what happened?
I'm here to do one thing.
To make statements.
First ask him, why did he support Abdullah Faisal?
Okay, let him
Ask me.
Then
Ask
if
me.
he lies, then I will tell people to search the evidence and see that
Let
he
him
is
give you an
lying.
Ask me.
Okay, what's your
He-
answer?
what he's
Why
doing-
did you support Abdullah
Okay, wait.
Faisal in 2003?
What James is doing is,
Okay, now we get
the reason why he's upset is because he has built a file.
Took him time.
It took him time to build all this case.
Ink was
and now
used.
the case is crumbling in front of his eyes. He cannot handle that. He cannot have that. He has to make noise. And for that reason, I'm going to expose these liars, him, Steve, and other Islam haters in the park who have nothing, no agenda. He knows my views. He has spoken to me a number of times. He knows my views on extremism and terrorism.
You're a shady guy, Adnan.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, let people know me. I'm a public figure.
I can tell them about other
Okay,
things you've
let's
done.
talk about it. You want
I
to
can
move
tell you
there?
about other
You want to
things.
move
No, I'll
there?
stay right here.
No, why? Let's move to a comfortable setting.
Yeah.
Me
Well,
and you
I'm
talk.
comfortable.
Me
I'm
and you
comfortable.
talk. He
I'm
doesn't want to
comfortable.
talk. You want to talk or you want to
we'll
throw
talk,
things?
We'll talk. We'll stay
Let's
here.
go.
So can we move to a more comfortable where
we'll
people
talk.
can actually
Yeah.
surround us and they can listen?
I'm
Come.
fine
Why
with
not?
talking
Why
here.
not? Come.
I'm
Come.
fine
You
with
want to talk?
talking here.
James, let's
You
go.
want to- Come.
No, I'm fine with talking here. Listen. I said to him, if he wants, he's looking for an excuse to run away. You guys, if I'm a liar, if I am a liar, you can check that. You can check whether or not I'm a liar.
Why would you not come to a comfortable place to talk to me?
I'm comfortable here, aren't you?
Okay, I'll stay.
Okay.
No problem.
So,
I'll stay.
if I'm a liar, then everyone can check whether or not I'm a liar. My evidence is on YouTube right now. You can search Abdullah Faisal, Adnan Rashid. You will find several videos uploaded by a variety of people showing Adnan Rashid in Abdullah Faisal's lecture theatre just after he's given a sermon. And then Adnan Rashid says on the video, kind of, brothers, or like there is a good hadith of the Prophet, etc., etc. Why are we not supporting our brother? It is very easy to receive the good knowledge from the brother. It is so easy to do this. But why do we not go to the court and show our support for the brother? And so I'm asking, why would he tell? I don't mind, but like, why would he tell Muslims to support a person spreading terrorist views like those who want to go to Jannah, paradise? It's easy, just kill a kafir unbeliever. By killing that kafir unbeliever, you have purchased your ticket to paradise. This is what Abdullah Faisal said in one of his tapes of one of his.
Why are you reading this stuff? This is not me.
Because people,
I never said these things.
people will know about who you supported and who you told Muslims to support.
I don't know whether he has said this or whether he has not said. You have no evidence. You have
then why were you at his lecture theatre telling the Muslims to support him, and yet you somehow didn't know what Abdullah Faisal? Yes, this is what. Abdullah Faisal was arrested because he said this consistently. Abdullah Faisal's reputation.
He doesn't want to listen.
Everyone.
Doesn't want to listen.
Everyone, are you going to deny knowledge of who Abdullah Faisal was?
Are you going to choose my words for me, or shall I say what I want to say?
You can say whatever you want.
Okay. Now you made certain statements, and I'm saying, number one, the video you're referring to is not me in the video. You cannot see me in the video. There is a voice which is clearly tempered. Anyone with two brain cells, listen, no, be quiet. I was listening. You need to be silent and listen. I know you don't like it. You put a lot of work into it. You're trying to tarnish my name. You're trying to put me in bad light. You're not going to succeed. I will not let people like you succeed in your mission. I will continue unabated, unashamedly, proudly. I will continue defending the beautiful faith of Islam, no matter what people like you want to do. So I'll continue with my answer. Firstly, in that video I cannot be seen. It's a very cheap job done by you or someone else or Steve or I don't know. I don't know where the video came from. There is some dodgy footage in which you cannot see me, number one. There's a reason. Can you imagine someone filming, a person talking and not filming? There's someone talking, there is sound, and you cannot see the person, right? Number one, there is no Adnan Rashid in the footage. Number one. Number two, there is sound. That sounds like me. That sounds like me. Firstly, I do not remember where I was in 2003. How old were you in 2003?
How old was I in 2003?
How were you? 13. Yes. Do you remember where you were on the 15th of February 2003?
I would be able to remember whether or not I attended a terrorist sympathiser's lecture.
Okay.
I would remember whether I had attended Abdullah Faisal's lecture.
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question.
Can you remember whether have you
one...
ever attended Abdullah Faisal's lectures?
Wait.
Because I predict that people will see you lying and more evidence will come forth.
Can you tell me one, because In a year, you have 12 months, and each month consists of 30 days. Can you tell me one major event you attended in 2003? Can you remember?
But
Okay.
I would be able to remember.
Okay.
I would be able to remember what I did
Shame
not
on you.
do.
Shame on
I
you.
would be able to
Shame on
remember
you.
what I did
Okay.
not do.
For-
I would be able
for
to remember.
expecting something-
I never jumped out a plane in 2003. I never attended an Islamic lecture in 2003.
Well, you did.
I didn't attend an Islamic lecture.
You did.
Was I dead? What is this? It's silly.
You did. I saw
I
video.
did.
I saw footage, and I could hear your
Then
voice.
bring,
It sounds like you.
then bring the footage.
It's someone who
then
sounds
bring
like
the
you.
footage. Everyone
Okay.
can check.
Well,
Everyone
I'll
can
bring the
check
footage.
this footage.
I'll bring the footage.
Everyone.
Wait.
Go to YouTube. Search Abdullah Faisal, Adnan Rashid. It will be one of the first page of results. You'll be able to clearly see it. There are several videos you can watch.
Okay.
All of them you can hear his voice. And at the end, someone calls out to him, "Hey Adnan." Okay?
How
So,
convenient!
first of
How
all,
convenient! Oh, Adnan Rashid. with a
because he
checkered
was
shirt
actually
and a
there,
beard.
and he's
Adnan
pretending,
Rashid.
and you're
Did I
claiming,
say that again?
he's
Adnan
claiming that he
Rashid.
does not remember
Let me
whether he
let him
attended
finish.
Abdullah
Let
Faisal's
him finish.
lecture.
Let him finish.
Yeah.
No, let him finish.
Okay, but we won't be able to hear it here. Sure.
Oh, there is. Oh, we just YouTubed it and Googled it. There's nothing there. No, it's nothing there.
To prove to you we're not running away from what you're
I'm
saying.
standing here.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you.
Have you got another page to that, bro? Or something else like Pat B?
Have you got it?
You ought to do better.
Okay.
Come on, bro. I expect more from you.
Let's shoot himself on the foot.
I think he's already done that for the first time he opened his mouth. That's the problem.
You got it. That's you true.
It's called butt hurt.
Where is it? Can you not find it? Wait. He can't find it. Where is it? Play it. Show me where I am.
This is a
Volume.
yeah, but no one here will be able to hear it, like because it's such a small phone.
No.
Everyone, go to YouTube yourself.
Okay.
Did you heard it? Did you heard it? Did you heard it? Did you hear? Did you hear the video?
I've listened to it. Yes.
Are we able to hear?
You listen to it, yes.
No,
And
no,
everyone else who can't hear it, everyone in the crowd who wants to check whether or not Adnan Rashid supported Abdullah Faisal, who was convicted for inciting murder.
Oh, by the way, and even he,
go to YouTube and search
admits it's been
Abdullah
edited.
Faisal,
Even he
Abdullah
admits it's
Faisal,
edited.
Adnan Rashid.
Edited. He even admits it's
Okay,
been
the
edited.
problem is, why do you keep going on the same bandwagon? We all got the point.
Because I
Why
want
do you
people
keep-
to check the evidence for
You
themselves.
see, repetition is not going to make your case any stronger.
Because the
It's not
evidence,
gonna make-
this is
in
the
front
case.
of me.
It's a simple, strong case. I don't need to do much. I don't need to
who's
do
the
much.
who's the
All
judge?
I need to do
Who's
is
the judge
all
here?
I need to do is tell people.
The problem
to
is
look at
this
the
guy's
evidence
mentally
themselves.
is mentally not okay. It's clear that he cannot have a conversation, right? I'm trying to have a conversation with him. Yeah, yeah. Wait.
It's and he called okay. Yeah, and call
I'm
him
standing
Adnan
here.
Rashid.
Are you saying his voice?
It is recognizably Adnan
At the
Rashid.
court, at the court, it's going to be recognized.
No, in this video. In this video.
Wasting time.
And he is called,
Wasting time.
and he is named Adnan in the
Okay,
video. Everyone,
I
just
will
go to
make certain
YouTube.
statements.
Go to YouTube, search Abdullah Faisal, Adnan Rashid, and you'll be able to
Okay.
hear Adnan Rashid
We got that.
supporting
We got
Abdullah
that. We got
Faisal.
that. Now
who's
my
a
response.
terrorist.
Do you want to hear my response?
Sure.
I was
sure.
giving my response. Firstly, the video when you watch it is clearly edited. It's patchwork. Wait, let me finish. You can come back with your defense. It seems you made the video. It seems to me he made the video.
No,
That's why
I have the two. I have the
It's
two
essentially
original videos.
okay. It's patchwork. It's a number of clips.
No, it's
joined.
two. It's
Okay,
two.
wait. It's a number of clips.
Why is it
How many, Adnan?
So he admits
How
two.
many? Yes.
He admits two.
It's a 6-minute clip
okay.
plus a 9-minute clip.
Okay.
They're called two patched
So-
together.
so he has
It's
admitted-
a 6-minute clip, then
Sorry,
a 9-minute
guys.
clip. I have the two separate clips originally.
Wait. I'm doing something. Wait. Yeah. Now, he admits that the video is patchwork, at least between two videos. Number one. In both of these footages, coincidentally, for some reason, the cameraman forgot to video me. Show me. In both of these videos, amazingly, the cameraman must have been a really bad shit cameraman who was filming this incident, and he forgot to video me. Number one. Point number two. When you hear the audio the video is referring to, anyone with two brain cells, anyone, even someone like Steve or even James, can see that this audio does not belong to this video.
No, that's false.
Okay, wait,
That's
wait,
rubbish.
everyone,
Everyone, check
this is my
yourselves.
response.
Check
This is
yourselves.
my response.
And you'll see that Adnan Rashid is a
you
liar.
can come back. You can come back.
You should just come
You
clean.
can come back.
You should just come clean.
You can come back. You can come back. Let people go and decide. They can
Yes,
watch.
that's
Yes.
what I want them to do. I don't want them to listen to you because
Ladies
you're
and
a liar.
gentlemen, I'm gonna make your job easy. Go on
Yes,
YouTube.
yes,
Ladies
yes.
and gentlemen,
The evidence
go-
will show
I'm-
that you
I'm making your
supported
job
Abdullah
easy.
Faisal.
Everyone, go on YouTube.
Yeah.
Type Abdullah Faisal and Adnan Rashid, and you're gonna get a video where allegedly Adnan Rashid is speaking in the footage where he cannot be seen.
And you can't remember whether or not you
I just
attended
did your job.
this
I just did your
lecture.
job. If I had,
I don't know
There you
whether
go.
I
The
attended
problem
Abdullah
is this
Faisal's
guy,
lecture.
you cannot
I
talk
don't
about
know. I can't remember. No, who can remember attending a person's lecture? I don't know whether I attended Abdullah Faisal's lecture.
No. I've responded. Firstly, it is not clear that it's me. Number one, I'm not in the footage,
Check
and I
yourselves.
refuse to accept that it's my voice. It's not my voice. Now, having said that, having clarified all this, the footage is edited, he admitted. When you hear the sound, I told people where the video is. When you hear the sound, you decide whether the sound actually, it sounds like radio. It sounds like radio.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, now you decide. People decide.
Yes, people will
Having
decide.
said that,
People will decide. I'm fine with that.
I can sense your desperation.
No, I'm not
I
desperate.
feel sympathy.
The evidence speaks for itself.
I-
I'm so happy
I-
for people.
I-
I'm so happy for people to check for
Okay, you
themselves.
finish, you finish.
Yeah, I'm so happy for people to check for themselves, and they will hear that it is distinctly your voice. They will also hear you named by name at the end. Someone calls out to you, Adnan. So you have to ask yourselves, someone who sounds identical to Adnan Rashid
But the problem-
and is called Adnan at the end of the
Okay,
video.
okay.
And furthermore, Adnan Rashid claims he cannot remember whether he has ever attended a lecture of Abdullah Faisal. He's claiming, oh, I don't know,
This
I
is the
can't
fifth
remember.
time we're hearing this information again, right? Yes. Fifth
Yes,
time.
yeah,
I don't know why
I'm fine.
every time it's
But there's nothing
every
else to
time
say.
it's- okay,
People
of
will
course
ch-
there's
pe-
nothing else to say.
Yes, because people
there's
will
nothing
check.
else to say.
Yes, because people will check the evidence and see
Okay.
that I'm correct
Okay, let
and you're
people
lying.
check the evidence.
Yes,
Now we've made it
that's fine.
clear where the footage is and what my response to the footage is. The footage is edited, evidently, and the audio is completely out of the footage. It's not from the footage. This is what I'm claiming. Now, having said all of that, this is my response. Even if it was me, even, it's a big if. Suppose.
Hilarious.
Well, why is it necessary? Why is it necessary to give that
wait,
proviso?
wait.
Or what are you afraid
Okay,
of coming out in the
okay,
future?
wait.
Why is it necessary to give
wait.
that proviso?
Even if it was me, even when you listen to the audio, these fools, whoever made the audio and the video, these fools couldn't find anything more criminal or more substantial to put out. You know, anyone who made that video must be a fool. Whoever did it, I don't know who did it, right? Because you could have put some more extreme statements in my mouth. You could have done it in a better way, right? Once you hear the content, what is allegedly attributed to me, it is anything but criminal. It is anything but criminal. I'll tell you why.
I'm claiming you have a moral failing.
It's my turn.
I'm
It's
claiming
my
you
turn.
have a moral
Look,
failing,
look,
not a criminal
Can we have a
failing.
civilized discussion?
Because you supported a terrorist, and so I'm claiming
Can we
that's
have
a
a
moral
civilized
failing
discussion?
of you.
Okay.
I'm not saying you should be arrested.
Okay.
I'm denouncing you as
Okay.
someone who
Okay.
supported
Wait,
someone
wait,
with evil views.
Anyone-
And you called
The problem is
Muslims
if
to
you don't let
support
me
him
speak,
as
you
well.
will not hear my perspective.
That's
Let
fine,
me
that's
hear my-
fine.
Do you
I
want
don't mind,
do you want-
because people will check the evidence themselves.
Is it only you want people to hear, or you want my
Camera's
side
gonna
to go?
die,
You
everyone.
want justice?
I have no problem with interrupting you,
Okay, no problem.
because you've done the same
So
thing to
I'm
me in
going
the
to continue
past.
very quickly. Now, with regards to Abdullah Faisal, I believe he is a criminal. Now listen to me carefully. I believe he is a convicted extremist who was convicted in 2003. I abhor his views. I never supported his views. I do not stand by any form of extremism or terrorism, whether it is Western governmental extremism or terrorism, whether it's atheistic terrorism or lies, or whether it's Muslim extremism or lies or terrorism. I do not stand with any of these things.
Why
to
did
make
you tell
no,
Imran
I'm
Mansour
finishing.
to take down his
I know you don't
video?
like it. I know you don't
Why
like
did you
Oh
tell
my
Imran
God, it must
Mansour to
burn.
take down his
It must burn.
video?
I mean, let people applaud.
Imran
Let people
Mansour-
applaud me. Let people
there's a second
let
thing.
people applaud me. Let
Imran
people applaud
Mansour-
me. You want to hear this?
Okay,
You want to hear this?
here's
Let
another
people
thing
applaud
to
me.
check.
Wait.
Imran
James.
Mansour created a video in 2016
Wait.
announcing ISIS,
Wait,
and Adnan Rashid asked Imran Mansour to take
I'm
it
speaking.
down.
Let me finish my perspective.
this is a second thing for people to check.
Are you okay mentally?
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
finish.
that's fine.
I'm trying to
That's
finish. I'm trying to finish, James. Let me finish. You can say what you want. You can say all those things about me, no problem. I'm here to defend myself. At least let me speak. In a court of law, I would be represented, right? Let me represent myself. So here I just made it very clear. Anyone who watches my public speeches will know two things about me. I'm a very outspoken and open person about my views. I'm a very outspoken person. I do not care about Western governmental policies. I do not care what the Western politicians or what other things, and I don't care what Muslim scholars think of my views. I vocalize my views openly without any fear. Without any fear. Number one. Number two, my views on extremism and terrorism are widely spread. Hundreds of thousands of people have listened to my talks, my lectures, my debates, and they know exactly what I believe in. In fact, I had a debate with Christian missionaries whether ISIS is Islamic or not. My response to them was that ISIS is as Islamic as the Crusaders were Christian. ISIS is as Islamic as the KKK are Christian. ISIS is as Islamic as Mexican drug cartels are Christian. Some of them wear crosses. I made it very clear. The debate is out there. There's the reason why this guy. Wait. No. Yeah, exactly. Ask him where are those quotes of mine? Where is your paperwork on my statements? I cannot see them anywhere. There is a file on Adnan Rashid and his statements made publicly for last 10 years, for a decade, because I've been very active for last 10 years. Where are my statements? He has a statement, Abdullah Faisal, which he loves. The guy he loves, seems to love, Where is Adnan Rashid's statements in inverted commas? My videos are widespread. Videos in footage where I can be seen giving a lecture, and it's my voice, something I cannot deny, right? Now, why would people like him and Christian missionaries and Islam haters, they are all united in one brotherhood. That brotherhood is the hatred of Islam and Muslims. They peddle it. They cannot accept anything from us. Okay, even when we give our explanations, they don't want to accept them. They want to put the worst spin possible to our statements. So this is why you have to be very careful about this. I'm glad that James came to me. My only problem with James is that it is very difficult to have a conversation with him. A conversation is two-sided. I'm about to finish. He can come back and he can respond to all my points. And note, he will not respond to my questions. Where are my statements? What have I said in the last 10 years on extremism and terrorism? Have I condemned terrorism in all its shapes and forms? In all its shapes and forms, have I? Is the first question. If I have, then why would you come up with this? Statements made by someone else I'm not aware of, and you're trying to tell me that I supported these statements or this individual, which I never did. I have made it very clear since 2003, firstly, accurate as far as the charges were concerned, and he was rightly convicted. He was put in jail and then he was deported. Right? Now, up to that point, Abdullah Faisal was not charged by recruiting people for terrorism. He was exiled to Jamaica. I read his history. And then in Jamaica, he was recruiting people online, which is what he is on trial for. What these individuals, people like James and others like him, Islam haters, Islamophobes, or my haters, why these people hate me? Because they see me as a strong voice for Islam, at least in the park. He's laughing, but he's spending hours standing here. He's trying to put me in bad light. So now it's clear that I condemn terrorism, extremism. I have been for the last 10 years since my talks have been recorded. since my talks have been recorded, anyone go and open the pages of my speeches or transcripts or my videos, you will see what I think of terrorism and extremism. I condemn extremism and terrorism across the board, whether it's white extremism, whether it's Western governments doing extremism and terrorism in Iraq, 1 million people dead, okay, in Afghanistan, hundreds of thousands of people dead. I condemn that. I condemn Muslim extremist terrorist response to it as well. I believe there are ways to respond. Jihad is not terrorism. I don't believe that. I believe jihad is a noble concept, and that does not mean terrorism. Jihad does not mean killing of innocent people. Jihad means defending the oppressed. Jihad means supporting the victims. It's a struggle for good. It's a struggle for justice. And I'm finishing right now. So now it is clear that in 2003, by the way, when I was, how old was I? 25. I had only been practicing for 2 years. I became a practicing Muslim in 2001. It was in 2001 when I started praying. And even then, I had little knowledge of Islam. Little knowledge. I didn't read any books. I had no idea. And in 2003, I had little awareness what Islam is. Even if it's me. Even if it's me in the footage. First of all, it's not clear it's me. I cannot be seen in the footage. I'm saying here categorically, it doesn't sound like me. It's not my voice. But even if it happened to be me, I knew little about Islam. I was only a child, a baby in Islam. I studied for the last 15 to 16 years. And by 2010, my views on Islam were very clear. I had come out publicly. I condemned all forms of extremism and terrorism. And when you're a student, when you're growing, it is Islam that made me the way I am right now. My views are formed and shaped by Islam. I believe extremism is abhorrent. I believe terrorism is abhorrent. And it is one of the worst things that happened to humanity. And this is because of Islam. So this is all my responses. Now I don't know what this guy's going to say, and it's your turn. Go ahead. Okay. You have a fair chance to say what you want to say. Okay. Now these statements you're going to read, number one, this script is not my. These are not my statements. I'm not aware of what Abdullah Faisal has said. I haven't listened to all his talks. I don't know what the hell he was saying in different places. What he's going to try to do, he's going to read his statements and he's going to say, "You support." I never supported him. I'm telling you categorically, I do not support him. I never supported his extremist views. I will never support him. In fact, if anything, I believe he's a criminal who has a hand in the murders of innocent people, and he should be dealt with accordingly. If he's guilty, it's a big if he's guilty, then he should be put on trial, and justice should be done in his case. Any statements he has made, I have nothing to do with them. That's it. I have nothing to do with them. I never supported him. I do not support him. I will never support him.
Okay. All right then. So the evidence that I want everyone to look at is, as Adnan admitted, online. You go to YouTube and you search Abdullah Faisal, Adnan Rashid, okay? And you watch the video.
For the sixth time.
I didn't interrupt you for at least 10 minutes, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
You can go to YouTube and you can watch the videos for yourself.
It's good
and
to clarify.
you will see in those videos Abdullah Faisal in the video. He has just finished giving a lecture to a hall of people, and then at the end of it, a man who is Adnan Rashid speaks, and he says, this Adnan Rashid, he says, excuse me, okay, can you ask your...
Can you make it clear?
What do you mean, can I ask what? He's a grown man.
I have my own.
Do you think I own him?
Right,
you think I own him?
Okay, you cannot. Okay, fine.
They are simply reacting to your stupidity.
Okay, so
you're making a laughing stock.
Okay, all you need to do is go onto YouTube.
You're making a joke of yourself.
Look at Abdullah Faisal. Search Abdullah Faisal, Adnan Rashid, and watch the video.
For the seventh time. For the seventh time.
No, don't interrupt me.
Somebody give me a pen.
And then all you need to do is that you'll hear distinctly Adnan Rashid's voice, and you will also hear someone at the end of the lecture calling out to the person who's just spoken and saying, "Hey Adnan."
Yeah, hey Adnan,
okay?
you there.
And so about what Adnan Rashid has just said, okay?
Okay, let him. And let's see. He's going to repeat it again.
Illuminating statement. Like Adnan has spoken for about 10 minutes or 5 minutes. The illuminating statement here is when towards the end he said, even if that was me, I was very young and I had just started Islam. Okay? And so this is a...
Do you know English language?
Do
you know English language?
This is
Are
a
you English,
concealed
James?
admission. This
Does
is
he look
a
English?
veiled
Does he look English?
admission, okay?
He looks English, right?
This is a veiled admission.
I assume your language is English.
He would no, don't interrupt me, Adnan. He would have no need to make this, oh, and even if it was me statement, if he was genuinely innocent, okay? So
why don't you ask me? Why don't you, I'm standing in front of you.
I have already asked you, and you've already lied. And people
Lied?
lied. Don't interrupt.
Okay, I've lied. How?
People will see how you have lied by watching the evidence for themselves.
Do you know my statements? Do you know my statement for the last 10 years? For the last 10 years.
Okay, I'm getting to that.
Yes.
Okay? And so, I
want to hear his views on my statements for the last 10 years. Okay.
Adnan Rashid has paid lip service to saying I denounce terrorism and so on and so forth.
Since when?
But
since when?
For,
How long?
For 10 years. Okay.
Why?
But
why would Adnan Rashid do that?
Don't interrupt me.
But,
how long did I give you?
Okay.
Have some manners. Anyway, so what we need to do.
No, wait.
Adnan, how long have I given you?
In a footage where I cannot be seen,
okay, so
I am definitely me.
We're just going to shout over each other.
No, okay.
Is that what we're going to do? We're just going to shout over each other.
Okay, you finish.
So, what people need
to be fair, let him finish. To be fair.
People need to imagine. Imagine if I used to be a member of National Action, a neo-Nazi terrorist organization. Imagine I supported those people.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Imagine I supported those people.
You probably do, bro.
And then, over the next 10 years, there was another terrorist organization that arose. And then, when someone released a video denouncing that new terrorist organization, I sent a message to that person saying, take this down, okay? This is what Adnan Rashid did to Imran Mansour, aka Dawa Man. When Dawa Man released a video denouncing ISIS in 2016, Adnan Rashid sent a message to Imran Mansour saying, take this down. How do you know that?
How do you know that?
Because both of you have admitted to it. And the texts have been shown.
No. What did I admit to? What did I admit to?
I'm getting to it.
Okay. He's getting to it.
So, when Adnan Rashid was called out on this, the way he explained himself is that he said, oh, the reason why I told Imran Mansour to take it down is because I was worried he would not do a good enough job, and I wanted ISIS to be denounced properly. And
that means I'm actually against ISIS.
No, people can.
I'm publicly saying I'm against ISIS, and he reads something else into it. He reads something else into it. Okay, so you're admitting flimsy excuse when I'm saying scholars should be denouncing ISIS.
Everyone should be denouncing ISIS.
My flimsy excuses. Can you see the twisted?
To denounce ISIS. Do you understand that? It's something that anyone with human decency can
He's shaking.
do.
Why are you shaking?
Because you just said something appalling. You said.
And you started shaking?
Said,
why am I not shaking? I should be shaking.
You said.
I should be shaking.
You said.
Why are you shaking?
That someone has to be a scholar to denounce ISIS.
But why are you shaking?
That is false.
Why are you
Anyone
shaking?
can denounce ISIS.
Your bubble has been burst. Your bubble has been burst.
The final point.
The final point. The final point.
Yes. Final point is that Adnan Rashid claim ignorance about who Abdullah Faisal was.
What about my 10-year statement?
About who Abdullah Faisal was in 2003. He said this man was later on convicted. But
in 2003.
But the truth is, in 2003, he was arrested because tapes of his lectures were in circulation where he told people things like,
yeah, but why are you reading his statements? He's not here, and I don't support his statements. Why are you reading his statements?
What Abdullah Faisal said was,
but who cares what he said?
Those who want to go
but who cares?
Paradise,
let him read.
It's easy. Those who want to go to Jannah, paradise, it's easy. Just kill a kafir.
We condemn that. We condemn it.
Then why were you in Abdullah Faisal's lecture?
It wasn't me.
It was
you dimwit.
You're a liar.
It wasn't me.
You're a liar.
You moron.
No, you're a liar.
It wasn't me.
People can check for themselves.
Sorry.
By killing that kafir unbeliever, you have purchased your ticket to paradise.
Are you a retard?
Okay.
Are you a retard? I'm serious about it. No. Are you actually a retard?
Excuse me.
I just told you I condemn.
Calm down.
I condemn all these. He's still still reading them.
The reason why I read out these statements of Abdullah Faisal is because
I just told you what I think of them.
That Abdullah Faisal said things like this. It is well known that he was a hate preacher.
So
your excuse.
He's neither my grandfather, nor my cousin, nor my uncle.
So what?
Your excuse that, oh, I wouldn't have known in 2003 who
Yeah,
he
the Sheikh,
was.
wait,
Your excuse that I would, even if I was
this
there.
is good to once and for all.
Adnan
Once and
is
for all.
making the excuse that even if I was there.
Are you finished?
No.
Okay.
And
How long?
By the way, you
How
have,
long?
you have interrupted me far longer than I interrupted you. I gave you
shit,
10.
bro, that's why.
I gave you 10 straight minutes. And
You keep
can't
saying the
contain
same
yourselves.
things.
No, no.
For the last-
Yeah, and these are. And
You're
then-
wasting my time. You're wasting my
You're
time.
wasting
I've
our
made it
time
very
as well.
clear.
Have you got
You should have
anything
just admitted.
Anything
You
else?
should have just complete-
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Anything else?
No, I'm not finished making my point.
Okay.
The point is that your excuse that you would not have known who Abdullah Faisal is and that you would have just been in his
I still
lecture
don't know.
theatre
I
with-
still don't know.
Yes, you do. And so,
Do you know what?
because you were in his lecture.
Do you know him?
So,
Do you know him?
Not personally, but you do because you're in
How
his
do you know?
lectures.
How do you?
Because people can.
How do you know I know him personally? How do you
Because
know?
you're in his lectures.
How do you know that?
Because there's
How
a
do you
video
know
of
that?
you.
Because there's a
Because
video
there's
where
a
I
video
cannot
of
be
you.
seen.
Where you can hear your voice.
But there's a video.
He said it though.
Okay,
Everyone,
there are
everyone,
videos.
Everyone,
There's a video where I cannot be seen. But there are hundreds of videos where I can be seen. I don't exist there.
If I'm
I don't
alive,
exist in those
then
videos.
Everyone, just go to YouTube and check the
We know
video
Adnan
yourself.
for the last 10 years. And we know you from the last.
You don't need to
Been
trust.
here.
The
We
point
know.
is, you do not
We know
need to
you,
trust
bro.
either
We
of
know
us.
you.
Don't trust me.
We know your
Don't trust
character.
him.
We
Go
know
to
the
the
Adnan's
evidence.
character.
The evidence can be found on
Wait.
YouTube.
Okay,
Go to
wait.
YouTube.
We're summarizing.
Search Abdullah Faisal.
Wait, no. Wait. It's
YouTube,
Check. One
Search
second.
Abdullah Faisal,
Right.
Adnan Rashid, and you'll be
Okay.
able to see the
Okay.
evidence
Okay,
that
write
he
it
is a
down.
liar
Write
and
it
he's a
down now.
supporter of
Write it
Abdullah
down.
Faisal.
Write it down.
Now,
Okay.
I want to finish.
Have
the
you
point.
have you given
I
this?
want to finish the
Have
point
you
because
given
you
this
keep
information to the
interrupting me.
authorities?
You want to keep.
Have you given this
No,
information to the
I'm gonna
authorities?
make my
Why not,
point.
bro?
I am a British citizen. I live in London. Have you given this information to the police? Have you given this information to the police?
The point is,
It's a valid question, right?
you're saying you
Have
would not know who Abdullah Faisal is.
Okay,
Abdullah
wait.
Faisal is
Wait,
a known hate
wait,
preacher.
wait.
Everyone
Yeah.
who was in his lectures knew
James, I'll make it easy, man.
Everyone
My
who was
God.
in his lectures.
I'll make it easy for you. Have you gone to the police?
The fact that you were
Have
in
you
his
gone to the
lectures,
police?
You were in his lectures.
He's not answering my question.
And more than that, he was one in his lectures. Two, he was telling Muslims, we must support our brother. It is very easy to
you said
receive
it.
the
You
good
said
knowledge. No, because it's in the
because you
evidence.
said it, bro.
Everyone,
said it.
everyone. The
Have you
final
been to the
point-
police?
The final point.
Have you been to the police?
No, I'll give it to you. The final point.
Why-
This is my summary. The final point.
No, you're not.
Go
It
to
works.
the evidence. The evidence you can search on YouTube and search Abdullah Faisal, Adnan Rashid. And so you can see whether I'm a liar or whether he is a liar. And I'm not afraid because I know that honest people will look at the evidence and they will see that it is he who is a liar. Okay. That's it. Yeah, Kalas, Gaddafi.
Khalas Qadafis. Whatever that means. Whatever that means.
No, you like
Okay.
Arabic.
Okay.
You like Arabic.
Now, obviously, he's desperate.
No, that's
It's
it.
clear.
You can
It's
repeat
clear.
yourself
Okay.
now if you
No.
want.
But it's my turn. It's my
I've given
turn.
the evidence. That's it.
If he truly,
You don't need me
if he
anymore.
truly believed,
Everyone here is equipped to check for themselves whether I'm right or whether
am
Adnan
I
Rashid
talking or
is
you're
right.
talking?
Okay,
Everyone else,
Am I-
you can
am I-
ask him if you want.
Of course.
But I would recommend you check the evidence.
Okay.
Check the evidence and you'll see he's a liar.
So
I'm right.
I have 2 points to make before you go.
That's it. I've given my case.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
Because there's nothing else to say.
Previously.
Everyone here can check the evidence.
Okay. Go.
You don't need me.
Go.
That's fine.
Thank you.
That's
Go.
fine.
Thank you.
You can put
Thank you.
I've given the evidence, and people can check the evidence. I am leaving it to people with.
You said you were going.
And I trust in people with honesty.
You said you were leaving.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're leaving. Thank you. Okay.
James.
Now there's a reason why we have people like this.
Dipshit.
Or I don't want to use those unpleasant words. Words. People like this have an agenda. Him, Steve, and there are other individuals in the park. I believe they are paid. They are paid by someone to come and throw bad light on Islam, Muslims, Muslim speakers. But I'll tell you this much, they will not succeed. Now, because previously they couldn't defeat us in debates, in discussions, in dialogues, in intellectual interactions, they couldn't defeat us in that. Now they are resorting to cheap tactics. If there is no evidence or nothing that exists to put these people in bad light, invent it. When evidence doesn't exist, try to invent it. And when you have invented it, assume that it's true. Okay, despite all the odds against them. I asked him a very simple question. How many of my talks have you listened to for the last 10 years? And he goes, for the last 10 years, I was just making excuses. I was pretending to be a moderate Muslim. Why? When I'm not. Okay. In a video where I cannot be seen, and they are alleging that it's my voice, they have already believed that it's definitely me.
Which was also edited.
Which is very, very odd. Very odd. I cannot be seen. It's my voice allegedly, which clearly sounds doctored, especially with what we have today, technology with, you know, when you can mess up the voice and match the voices. They have already assumed him and other Islam haters in the park, they've assumed it's me. Okay. Now, and when I tell them to watch my lectures for the last 10 years, they've assumed it's not me. Even though it's me talking, it must be the spirit talking there. It can't be me, right? Which is very odd. On top of that, if they truly believe this evidence, they would have gone to the police. Go to the police. I'm asking them to go to the police. Let the police handle this case and see what they tell you. They will slap them on the face. The coppers, yeah, the police will slap them on the face. You idiots. Yeah, you wasted our time. You wasted the time of the state and the taxpayers' money, right? So the point is, there is a reason why these haters keep coming up with these ideas and these erroneous things. We are very clear on terrorism, on extremism. We do not stand with any Muslim extremist. Why? Why? Is it to appease the West? Is it to appease the Western governments? Is it to appease Islam haters? No, we don't care about these people. I don't care about Western foreign. In fact, I believe some of the biggest terrorists on the planet are Western politicians. This is what my view is. Call it radical, call it extreme, call it what you like. This is what I believe in, and I stand by it. Some of the biggest terrorists and extremists on the planet are Western politicians. The only difference between them and an ISIS terrorist is that the ISIS terrorist, when you look at him, he looks scary. He looks scruffy. Some really scruffy looking guy in the desert with a Kalashnikov, right, with an AK-47. When you look at the other terrorist, you will see him in a suit with a tie, speaking very eloquently in the British Parliament or the American, Congress, okay, addressing the masses and justifying murder, not only murder, mass murder, genocides. What happened in Iraq? Tony Blair, look at Tony Blair. He's walking around. The irony is these individuals, hypocrites like this, the one who was talking to us earlier, they don't have anything on Tony Blair. When you ask them, what did Tony Blair do? They will say, they'll shrug the shoulders. Oh, that was politics. That was wrong decisions. You're talking about over 3 million lives. To this day, Iraqis are paying for Iraq war, which was defended by Tony Blair in the British Parliament. He single-handedly is responsible for causing what happened in Iraq, to an extent that Jeremy Corbyn, who is the leader of the Labour Party right now, he even stated that Tony Blair deserves to be on trial for war crimes. He needs to be in Hague. So the point is, there is clear hypocrisy here, okay? People like me condemn extremism and terrorism across the board, whether it's Western politicians, whether it's a ragtag militia in the Middle East somewhere. If they are killing innocent people, they are killing innocent people. Islam is against that. Islam has a defense mechanism, don't get it wrong. There is a defense mechanism. Muslims are not a people who believe that if someone slaps your one cheek, turn the other. We don't believe that. We don't believe that. We believe in defending ourselves. But in that defense, there are rules, there are regulations, there are boundaries you cannot cross. Killing innocent people, terrorism is that boundary Muslims cannot cross. This is what we believe in. We're not extremists and terrorists, and that's it. Khalas and Khuda Hafiz.
of your melanin. Man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV. Listen.
References that will tie everything together. So the problem is we have distance because no one wants to accept, like, we say chemists, we say Egypt, you understand? But yet all our prophets went there, got their education, and became knowledgeable nabbies or whatever you want to say, and they left out to go and school and educate different people. So I think people running away from that main fact is